Gas stations have been lying to you. There's a button on most pumps that could save you money on every fill-up, but they hide it on purpose. And that's just the beginning. What I'm about to show you could cut your fuel costs by hundreds of dollars every single year. And the oil companies absolutely hate that people are finding out about this. Look, I've been driving for over 15 years, and I used to think I was doing everything right at the pump. Turns out, I was completely wrong. I was actually making my car drink more gas than it needed to. So today, I'm sharing 14 secrets that could save you serious money. Some of these are going to blow your mind, and number 11 is probably costing you $50 a month right now without you even realizing it. Secret number 1, that little button on the fuel pump that lets you lock the handle so it pumps automatically. Here's what they don't tell you. When you use that lock, the pump keeps going at maximum speed the entire time, which causes more splashing inside your tank. That splashing creates vapor, and vapor doesn't power your car. You're literally paying for air. When you squeeze the handle manually and go slower, especially as your tank gets fuller, you get more actual liquid fuel for your money. I tested this myself over 3 months. Filling up slowly without the auto lock gave me about half a gallon more actual fuel per fill-up. That's roughly 6 extra gallons per year, which at today's prices is like getting a free tank of gas annually. Secret number 2 is about timing, and this one saves me about $30 every month. Never, and I mean never, fill up your gas tank during the hottest part of the day. Fuel is stored in underground tanks, and when it heats up, it expands. You're paying by volume, not by density. So when you pump gas at 2 in the afternoon during summer, you're getting less actual energy per gallon because the fuel is expanded. Fill up early morning or late evening when it's cooler, and you're getting denser, more energy-rich fuel for the same price. This is basic physics that gas stations absolutely know about, but hope you don't. Now, here's secret number 3, and this one is sneaky. You know how gas stations always advertise their lowest grade fuel in huge numbers on their signs? There's a reason for that. Most modern cars are designed to run perfectly fine on regular unleaded, but gas stations make way more profit on premium and mid-grade fuels. So they've created this myth that premium fuel is always better for your car. Unless your car specifically requires premium fuel, which would be clearly stated in your owner's manual, you're throwing away money. I drove a Honda Accord for years and always bought premium because I thought I was taking care of my car. My mechanic finally told me I was wasting about 40 cents per gallon for zero benefit. That's about $250 a year straight down the drain. Secret number 4 is something most people do without thinking, and it's killing their fuel economy. Stop topping off your tank after the pump clicks off. When that pump clicks, your tank is full, but most people squeeze in a little more, right? Here's the problem. Modern cars have vapor recovery systems that capture fuel vapors and redirect them back into the engine. When you overfill, you flood this system, which can damage it over time and causes your car to run less efficiently. Plus, that extra fuel you're trying to squeeze in often just sloshes out or evaporates anyway. You're literally paying for gas that never even makes it into your usable tank space. Let me hit you with secret number 5 because this one changed my entire approach to driving. Your driving style matters way more than your car. I know someone with a huge SUV who gets better fuel economy than people with small sedans, and it's all about how they drive. Aggressive acceleration and braking can increase your fuel consumption by up to 40%. 40%. That means if you're spending $200 a month on gas, smooth driving could cut that down to $120. Here's what you do instead. Accelerate gradually, anticipate stops so you can coast instead of brake hard, and maintain steady speeds. Pretend there's a cup of hot coffee on your dashboard that you don't want to spill. Drive like that, and watch your fuel costs drop dramatically. Secret number 6 is about your actual fuel cap, and this blew my mind. If your fuel cap is damaged, cracked, or not sealing properly, you're losing fuel to evaporation constantly. The EPA estimates that about 17% of vehicles on the road have broken or missing gas caps, and each one loses about 30 gallons of fuel per year to evaporation. That's over $100 literally disappearing into thin air. Check your gas cap. When you tighten it, you should hear it click at least 3 times. If it's cracked or the rubber seal looks worn, replace it. A new gas cap costs like $15 and pays for itself in about 2 months. Secret number 7. And this is where gas stations really don't want you paying attention. Premium fuel and regular fuel often come from the exact same underground tank. They just add different additives at the pump. But here's the kicker. Those additives that supposedly make premium fuel better are the same chemicals you can buy in a bottle at any auto parts store for a fraction of the cost. A bottle of fuel system cleaner costs about $8 and treats multiple tanks. Switching from regular to premium costs about $10 extra per fill-up. Do the math. You're paying way more for something you could add yourself if you actually needed it. Secret number 8 is timing again, but different. Fill up your tank when it's only about half empty rather than running it down to nearly empty. Here's why. The fuel in your tank actually helps keep your fuel pump cool. When you constantly run your tank super low, your fuel pump has to work harder and run hotter, which shortens its lifespan. Replacing a fuel pump can cost anywhere from $400 to $1,000 depending on your car. Beyond that, the bottom of your fuel tank is where sediment and debris settle. When you run low, your fuel pump is sucking up that dirty fuel, which clogs your fuel filter faster and reduces efficiency. Keep your tank above a quarter full and you'll save money on repairs and get better performance. Here's secret number 9, and it's about loyalty programs. Every major gas station chain has a rewards program, but most people don't use them strategically. Stack these programs with your credit card rewards. I use a credit card that gives 3% cash back on gas purchases, combined with a gas station rewards program that gives 5 cents off per gallon. On a 15-gallon fill-up at $4 per gallon, that's about $2.25 in savings per fill-up. Fill up once a week for a year, and that's almost $120 back in your pocket. It takes 5 minutes to set up, and then it's automatic savings forever. Secret number 10 is about what's happening inside your car while you're driving. Your air conditioning system uses fuel to operate, but so does driving with your windows down, because it creates drag. Here's the truth that nobody tells you clearly. At low speeds, under about 45 miles per hour, it's more efficient to roll down your windows. At highway speeds, the drag from open windows actually costs more fuel than running your AC. So, in the city, windows down. On the highway, AC on. This simple switch can improve your fuel economy by about 10%, depending on your driving conditions. Now let's talk about secret number 11, and this is the one I mentioned earlier that's probably costing you the most money. Your tire pressure is wrong right now. I'm not guessing. Studies show that about 70% of cars on the road have underinflated tires. For every 1 PSI that your tires are underinflated, you lose about 0.3% in fuel economy. Most cars are about 5 to 10 PSI low, which means you're losing roughly 3% fuel economy just from your tires. Over a year, that's literally $100 or more. Check your tire pressure monthly. The correct pressure is on a sticker inside your driver's door, not on the tire itself. It takes 5 minutes and costs nothing if you use the free air at gas stations. This is literally free money that you're leaving on the table every single day. Secret number 12 is controversial, but it's true. That premium fuel that claims to give you better performance and clean your engine, for most people, it's complete nonsense. Your car's engine computer adjusts timing and fuel delivery based on the octane it detects, unless your car has a high-compression engine that specifically requires premium fuel to prevent knocking. Using premium doesn't give you more power, better acceleration, or cleaner operation. What it does give you is a lighter wallet. The only exception is if you drive a turbocharged or supercharged car, or a luxury vehicle that specifically states premium required in the manual. For everyone else, you're paying for a placebo effect. Secret number 13 is about understanding fuel economy ratings. When you see that EPA sticker on a new car, those numbers are basically lies. They're tested in perfect conditions that don't reflect real-world driving. But here's what gas stations don't want you to know. How you maintain your car affects your real-world fuel economy way more than what the sticker says. A dirty air filter can reduce fuel economy by up to 10%. Old spark plugs can cost you another 5%. Using the wrong motor oil can cost you 2%. If you're not maintaining your car properly, you could be getting 20% worse fuel economy than you should be. That turns a car rated at 30 miles per gallon into one that only gets 24. Over a year of driving 12,000 miles. That's about $200 extra in fuel costs just from neglecting basic maintenance. And finally, secret number 14 is the biggest one, and it's going to sound too simple to be true. The best way to save money on fuel is to reduce how much you drive, but not in the way you think. Most people make multiple trips for things they could combine. Going to the grocery store, then later going to the gym, then later picking up dry cleaning. Each trip from a cold start uses way more fuel because your engine is inefficient until it reaches operating temperature. That your tire pressure is probably wrong right now, and that how you drive matters more than what you drive. You've got the knowledge. The question is whether you'll actually use it. Because here's the truth. Knowing this stuff doesn't save you money. Actually doing it does. Check your tire pressure tomorrow. Fill up in the morning instead of the afternoon. Stop buying premium if your car doesn't need it. Each one of these things alone might seem small, but together, they add up to real money back in your account every single month. If this helped you out, the next video breaks down exactly how to hypermile your car and double your fuel economy.